Hey Brian, why don't you show them your super top secret sweet and smoky corn recipe?
Okay. Welcome to Cracks in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian.
Oh, Brian made me dinner.
Yes, I did make you dinner. We were a little bit tired of doing salads, just the big salads every night, and so sometimes you just gotta change it up a bit. So I debated showing this entire process of making this dinner, but unfortunately, this one right here is still in the testing phase. And so I didn't want to give you this recipe because it's not complete yet. And I want you guys to be completely and utterly blown away when I actually do complete this recipe.
But one of my favorite things that Brian has made in the past for my little special occasion meals he makes me, or just special Brian dinners, is his sweet and smoky corn, which is super tasty. And we've mentioned it in a few other videos, and we really wanted to show you guys how that's made. I promise that I will make sure he works on this other burger thing that he's got going on and get you that recipe someday. But for now, we're gonna focus on this corn.
Yes, we are. So for this recipe, I am using one 16-ounce bag of frozen sweet corn. You can also substitute 2 cans of canned corn or get about 3 cups of fresh sweet corn cut off the cob. I do actually really like using the fresh corn for these kinds of recipes, but you don't necessarily need it. You will also need 3 pitted medjool dates, finely chopped into little tiny little pieces. It just makes it a lot better for mixing it in with the rest of the dish. And to make it smoky, you will obviously need some liquid smoke, or you can actually just use a ½ teaspoon of smoked paprika. You will also need 1 teaspoon of liquid aminos, and then to round out the rest of the seasoning, you will need a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder and a ½ teaspoon of onion powder. Now on to the cooking process. Go ahead and throw in your dates into a pan that is heated on medium-low and add in your liquid aminos. And this is where I realized that I had the pan a little too hot. I kind of panicked a little here for a second because I thought I was just going to burn everything, but I remembered I'm supposed to put in a splash of water to bring everything together, so I quickly got my water and poured it into the pot, and as you can see, everything turned out just fine. Nothing stuck to the bottom and nothing got burnt. So good save on my part, but make sure that your pan is not really hot, or else you will obviously have a little trouble in making this dish taste good and not bitter. But once everything is there, cook the dates for about a minute until they start to soften, and you can see that liquid looks nice and brown. And then you can add in your corn. Just add in everything and go ahead and give it a stir. Once the corn is thoroughly coated and everything is good and incorporated, you can add in the ½ teaspoon of onion powder and the ½ teaspoon of garlic powder. And then go ahead and give that a stir as well. And finally, I am adding in a couple of dashes of liquid smoke. You can see there was not that much in there, just a couple of drops really, and stir that all in to combine as well. I then added in another splash of water just to kind of make sure that nothing was sticking to the bottom here, and to kind of steam everything together, which then requires me to put on the lid. So you just want to put on the lid, and from there, this process is really simple. You just need to cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, and then everything gets nicely cooked and everything just gets this really great flavor sort of all melded together. But I'm not actually done here, because just before you serve, go ahead and throw in a little bit of black pepper just to kind of pop those flavors a bit more. And that's it, you're done. Super simple, very easy, only takes a few minutes. So that is a very, very simple side dish, right, Jessica? Mm-hmm. Very, very simple to put together. Super, super tasty. I'm very, very happy with the way that it comes out. I keep saying same words twice because why not? I love this. So very good recipe, in my opinion.
So then we put it all together. I threw in a little, you can show them the close-up right now because I took a really nice close-up.
Here's the close-up.
When I was in the natural light taking photos. So we have Brian's burger, mystery burger. I put a little bit of spicy mustard on there, and then we have like a just like whole grain kind of sprouted grain bun. And then some of the sweet and smoky corn, of course, and then a little side salad that's just like, you know, greens and carrots and zucchini and a little balsamic and that kind of stuff. So I put together the little salad, and then Brian made all the other masterpieces, and now we're gonna taste it.
Yes, absolutely.
Are we ready to taste?
Yeah, go ahead. So I just wanted to say though that like this recipe for the sweet and smoky corn can be modified very easily. I've done it different ways before in the past where like I sauteed some onion beforehand, especially a sweet onion, and like it finely diced and then like cook that up, and it turns out really, really good. You can try it throwing in some peas, or throwing in some like...
Why would you do that?
Edamame or something like that. You know, something you can really fill this out into a full-on meal if you want to. But this way is just the simple way to make it. And it's good, it is salty, it is smoky, it is sweet.
It's so delicious because the corn's already sweet, but then those little pops of like the date come in, and it's like super tasty.
And then you get that little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder in there. It's just so good. No other way to really say it.
It's a nice little way to just, like Brian always likes to make things a little bit more fancy, so instead of just steaming up some corn and putting it on the side, he came up with this a long time ago actually.
But I am going to do this just because I have to.
I really want to
try this burger. And I know you guys aren't going to get this recipe yet, but I promise the recipe will come in the future. But here we go. Oh, wow.
It's very tasty.
That's one of the best things I've ever made.
Oh, B.
That's so good. Wow.
He's going to have an emotional breakdown.
I'm having an emotional breakdown. Wow.
It's really good. So obviously you're gonna have to work on that.
I'm sorry that you guys do not get to try this recipe right now, but I promise I will make this into a full-on recipe, and it will be out shortly, especially so you guys can go out and grill this for the summer. But,
oh yes. So make the corn now, get your corn, you know, get that ready, and then eventually the burger will be out. Then you can make your own little plate just like this.
Yep.
And it'll be super tasty. But be sure to check out the blog post on our website because it will have all of the exact recipe of how to make the corn, links to products featured in the video, all kinds of other stuff, photos that I love taking the photos of the food. It's super, super fun for me.
Yep.
So you can see all of that on the blog post at our website, crocsinthekitchen.com, which is always linked. The blog posts are always linked in the description and the very first like pinned comment on each video as well.
Yup.
So that's my little pitch. Sorry.
That is a great pitch. I think I just want to get to the close so we can get to finishing this.
I just want to eat.
Please do all of that stuff that I normally ask you to do. Like, subscribe to the channel. We want to grow the channel so we can reach more people and we can affect more lives and help people out and help them live a healthier, happier, lower weight life.
And show them that it's simple to do this. Like it can be tasty, the food can still be good, and you can take something as simple as corn and make it into a really tasty dish. You don't need all the butter and all that kind of stuff. Like,
you do not.
Trust me, like, it may take you a while to get there if you're new to this, but I swear, eating this way, I'm so much more just excited about trying new things and all that when it comes to food, because before I was just eating the same things over and over again. And now I still eat the same things over and over again. But there's just so much to experiment with. And it's just such a awesome way of eating. But anyway,
that was a nice little tangent.
That's my other little tangent pitch today.
Also, find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram. You can always message us on there. We love to communicate with you guys. And just, you know, have a little chat.
Sometimes we get a little backed up on the messages. We get a lot of messages, but we try to get to them all. So we really appreciate it. We appreciate all the comments and everything.
Yep. Also, like and share the video if you are so inclined to do so. It really, really does help us out. But I think that's all I got.
That's definitely all I got.
We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.
Yum, yum, yum.